right, so you ready for some guitar news?
Guitar news. Come on, news me.
Yeah, okay, so here we go. Gibson out with a new guitar model that's pretty cool and unique. However, the price tag is not cool or unique because all new Gibsons are overpriced. But anyway, it is pretty cool. So here it is, and it's called the Gibson Theodore. So here's the backstory. It was originally designed in 1957 by Gibson's former president, Theodore Ted McCarty. He's the guy who developed the Les Paul, the Flying V, Explorer, SG. He drew this guitar, but it never made it to development. The plans have kind of been sitting around for the last 60 years. And so Gibson decided to start building it. Yeah.
Wow, that's cool.
Lightweight thanks to the alder body. It has that walnut center strip down the middle.
Nice.
So it looks cool. And then it's got that kind of, those two little cutaways that make it look, I mean, it definitely looks unique for sure.
It looks like a duck tail there, those things. Does that look like a duck?
A little bit, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, P90 pickups, and we can actually hear it real quick. Here is Joe Bonamassa playing it. I'll play it, just a quick little thing from it.
What a blast from the past this is. I love it. So the design of this guitar predates what people know as the double cut Les Paul Jr.
So there you go. So, I don't know, sounds pretty cool for a rock guitar, right? I don't know. I think it's...
Yeah, it's always great when people demo a guitar with a full-on distortion.
Right.
Well, you really tell what it sounds like.
But yeah, it's kind
of cool looking, you know. It's
yeah, definitely different for what.
Oh God, look at talk about a long neck. Holy crap!
Yeah, that thing did look pretty long.
Jeez Louise, that freaking nut is in another state. God dang.
Okay, so yeah, it's great, right? Yeah, we love it. Yay, woo. But so here's what doesn't sound so good about it is obviously the price tag.
Oh, really?
It's $5,000.
Really? Wow.
$5,000. So just think, you could have had that instead of that Tal Farlow. You totally messed up, man.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Bummer for you.
I know. God dang it, man.
I'm sure you're kicking yourself right now.
Yeah.
All right. So speaking of guitars, there's a new guitar, new jazz guitar on the market, which is pretty cool. It's not. It's definitely a little different too. Here it is right now. It's from this company, Veillette. This is the Veillette Lyric, and the concept behind it was to have elements of a big jazz box, but with a smaller profile, like mainly for comfort. So they wanted to go after extreme playability, comfort. I guess it's kind of lighter weight. It's got a nice balance. They say it has perfect intonation throughout the neck. Single pickup. Is a Seymour Duncan jazz humbucker. It's spruce top, mahogany back and sides. So they made it because they're hoping that jazz guys will use this as their main like gigging guitar because it's light, it's comfortable. You could sit there and play it for 3 or 4 hours and not, have a hurt shoulder or whatever. The company's from Woodstock, New York. It's got a 25-inch scale length, 14-inch lower bout. So here we can. I found a video of them playing that, so let's hear this for a second. Pretty cool. Definitely not sounds. You can obviously hear a lot of the acoustic sound coming through there as opposed to the amp.
Right.
But
yeah.
but it's cool looking, right? I mean, definitely got a cool design, and I mean, see, you can see how he's holding it, which is without a strap.
Right.
So, I mean, obviously, if you played a big old Gibson like that, your arm would be killing you after an hour. But anyway, so yeah, this I thought was interesting. It's pretty new on the market. And
Did they say what the body depth is?
body depth? I do not know. No, I do not know that.
It looks like it's only half there.
Yeah, it's not super fat, but it's not very skinny either. It's probably like around the same as that Tal Farlow.
Yeah, 3-inch, something like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe I think it was a little less than 3, at 2 3/4 maybe.
Yeah.
Anyway, the price tag on that, $3,500 MSRP. So I don't know, not a ripoff, but I don't know, might be
For a handmade guitar,
yeah.
yeah, that's pretty good.
All right, so we've talked about Slash before on here.
Yeah.
Slash, you know, but here's another interesting story from the Guns N' Roses guy. Let's see, one of his newest amps was designed by Alexander Dumble, who died back in January. So one of the last amps he designed happened to be for Slash.
Oh, nice.
Which Slash is very, very grateful for. Slash says that he had heard about Dumble, but he had no idea really what they were, what the amps were, until he started recording his last album. And the producer threw out this amp and was like, hey, here's this Fender amp that's been customized by Alexander Dumble, and then Slash played it and just loved it. And so, like, a couple days later, Slash was on the phone with Dumble, called him up, and had one specifically made. One of those. I guess he does a lot of those Fender. He takes a Fender and then customizes it, beefs it up. Apparently.
Yeah, sure.
He's built those for, I mean, people, huge names: John Mayer, Robin Ford, Santana, Stevie Ray Vaughan, Eric Clapton, and I mean, obviously these amps are collectible and expensive. Like this one right here on Reverb is $500,000.
Huh? Wow. Boy, you get what you pay for.
Yeah. So, have you ever played an amp of his or heard one?
No, Steve Travato had one for a long time. I heard it. He called me up one day, many years ago, and said, hey, I want you to play my amps. And I said, well, fine. And we talked for a long time. He talked a lot. He was a good talker. And anyway, nothing ever happened.
Huh.
They're not really a jazz amp.
Yeah, definitely. They're more of like that blues rock kind of thing. Anyway, we got probably time for one more. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Well,
let it rip. You're on a roll, man.
Here's one for the I've got more money than I know what to do with category.
I like that.
Music Radar reporting this. Gibson and
put the camera on you.
Oops, sorry. Gibson and Triumph Motorcycles have teamed up to celebrate the legacy of the 59 Les Paul Standard and the 59 Bonneville T120. So they both came out same year, and now they're making this new one-of-a-kind edition of both of them. And so obviously the motorcycle has features from the guitar, vice versa. There's some features from the motorcycle worked into the guitar. I mean, they both definitely look super cool. I mean, you can't deny that motorcycle is not cool.
Oh yeah.
The guitar pretty cool looking as well. See that pick guard there? Kind of looks like the engine there.
Oh yeah. It's got the heat fins.
Right. So here's one thing that I was like, I scratched my head over this, and that is these custom pick holders.
Pick holder on the motorcycle.
Okay, so like here's my question: would you ever use these? No. Like, who would actually like pull a pick out of their pocket, put it on there? I mean, obviously it's for looks, but I mean, it's kind of dumb.
Obviously, you've never seen Roustabout with Elvis. Wasn't it Roustabout where he'd have a guitar in his back driving a motorcycle through Hidden Valley?
Yeah, but did he also have pockets where he could just keep his picks?
Oh,
you know?
he didn't have pockets on his pants. No, they were tight.
Or what about like a gig bag or your
Oh,
case?
yeah.
You know, it's like, here's what I picture. It's like a guy going out and he like pulls a pick out of his pocket, and he's going to a gig, and he puts the pick in the pick holder, and then he gets off the bike, pulls the thing off, and puts it back in his pocket. Or like, I don't know. It just, I thought it was pretty over the top, you know?
Yeah, you kind of think so. Jeez.
So anyway, I couldn't find the price of either of these, but I imagine they are through the roof and limited to very rich people who have a lot of money to kind of just waste. Dare I say it? Maybe perhaps posers in both worlds. Like a biker is never going to buy, like a true biker is never going to buy that bike. A true guitar player is never going to buy that guitar. So there you go. Posers only for that.
Well, thank you, Wes, for that interesting information. It's always good to be up on the news in our guitar world. And when you were doing this, I was thinking to myself, what pisses me off about Gibson is they basically hardly will build an L5. They build ES 175s, but any solid top guitar they hardly will never touch, anymore. It's rare, isn't it? The jazz guitars, and they just keep rehashing the Les Paul, and then now they got this other crazy guitar, which, a guitar like this takes a long time to make. You just don't make it in a day, like an Elf, like a ES, like an SG or something, It takes a long time to make. You got to let it dry and stuff, and there's glue involved. These other guitars, there's not even any glue, really. Maybe.
Right, that's what I was thinking. All like the bracing and stuff that you don't see on the inside of those guitars, it takes a lot more craftsmanship. And then now they're like trying to make these guitars the same price range.
Just give me a break. Yeah, freaking.
I like some comments here. Clay says there was a reason that never made it to development.
That's true.
Man, Mick Mac says, when I started jazz guitar, I played an Explorer. No joke. I wondered why people didn't want to play with me.
When you show up to a jazz gig with one of those, it's, people hear with their eyes, to be honest. So, hey. That's crazy.
Yeah, Robin Ray says MSRP 5,000. Try to find one under 7. Yeah, which I was poking around on Reverb, and they are ridiculous.
Yeah. I guess it's a collector kind of deal, whatever.
I mean, Joe Bonamassa could probably afford that. So good for him.
Yeah. As
mentioned by Clay. I like Jim's comment here. Playing that Veillette through an amp with a tweeter, not for me. Yeah, it didn't sound too good. That's what I felt bad when I watched that video. I'm like, God, they really just did not do their own product any justice by putting that video out there.
Yeah.
But if you look at the video, it only has like 800 views or something. So they're obviously not pushing that video hard, but it does not. Yeah, I mean, if you're searching around for that guitar and then you find that video, yikes.
I hear you. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's a weird time. I often think, well, not often, but I've thought about, if I would make the jump and start playing blues again and all that, and start going down that highway, we'd probably get more viewers, you know, and whatever. But if that's what it, which I do like blues and stuff and those guitars, but God dang it, man, it's just endless crap of, you know, pedals and amps and guitars, and it's like, God, I don't think I have enough years in me left to go down that road. You know what I mean? Gibson is just into the money. You know what? The thing about Gibson is it's a $1 billion company. You know what I mean? So it's like you build a company and it gets bigger and bigger, and then it becomes a big freaking monster. You got to feed it. And I think all companies are like that. It's hard to keep that balance between something. Look at Heritage. I mean, Heritage guitars are fantastic. And they're back ordered like 1.5 to 2 years. You know, they're set. They're okay. They know what they got. But the consumer is like, hey, come on, I want to get one of those. And there's good luck. So anyway,
yeah,
that's just me venting. Hi, Rich here again. I just wanted to say thanks for checking out my videos. If you like it, hit the thumbs up button. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and sign up for those notifications so you can see all the cool guitar videos we put out each week. If you want more lessons right now, I have hundreds of them at guitarcollegelibrary.com. Check out our low-price monthly streaming memberships. And if you want to learn jazz, check out my course, Jazz Guitar Improv. I take beginner jazz players and get them playing awesome solos on the fly. You'll see the link for the JGI course in the description below. Hey, thanks again for watching my channel. We'll see you again real soon with a new video.